Got me a new body, now I need some new dick. No little word trying to stick me like a toothpick. Got me a new body, now I need some new dick.
I'm back. I gave a round of applause to myself. Like, I'm really back.
Come on. Look in your eyes, there's no stopping me. I want the down, show the crack on top of me. Don't want your stack.
I'm back with another video. It's been a long time. It's been a long time coming. First of all, for starters, I recorded like 4 videos, y'all, back to back to back, and my camera wasn't even focused. So that discouraged me first. And then like, I have a lot going on. Like, clearly y'all can tell I'm no longer with shooting videos at a desk. Like, I have a new apartment. But this is not a get to know me or things about me video. I'm gonna have to do that another time. If you click this video, you click this video because you want to know the tea, you want to know the real, and I'm here to put y'all on. Like, 10 things I wish I knew before going on a cruise, specifically a Carnival cruise. Black people edition, but honestly, like, this is like a race neutral type of video, so if you aren't black, like, that is okay. But a lot of the experiences and things I'm going to tell you are geared towards people of color. And yeah, let's get straight into this video. And I just want to give a quick disclaimer, like, I'm probably going to forget the number count I'm on. Also, I said 10 things you should know. However, there is a high possibility that I will list more than 10 things. Only because I just genuinely want to give you everything you need to know. But yeah, let's get straight into this video. Let's start with number 1. I'm gonna put like a little notepad right here. Let's start with number 1. And like, this has to do with how you go about planning a cruise. Plan that shit yourself. Like, I had a friend that wanted to take out like a travel agent. They don't take out no travel agent to go on a cruise. It's really self-explanatory. One thing I will say, which is what I'm gonna put as number 2, is that, because we didn't know this, I tried to go on a cruise. Well, I've been on a cruise. It was gonna be like a group of like 6 of us or maybe 5 of us. And we thought it was all sweet. 3 of us was over the age of 21, or at least 21, and then 2 of them were not. They were still 20. And I'm only bringing that up because, as I indicated on the list, you cannot be on a cruise if you're under the age of 21. And I know there are going to be some people that say, "Oh, that's a lie, that's a lie." It's not a lie. The only way you could be on a cruise and you are under the age of 21, you must be accompanied by an adult that is 25 years or older. Period. So if you are 18, 19, 20, 17, and it's like a group of y'all and nobody, even if you going with 21-year-olds, if there's no one that's at least the age of like 25 or 26, baby, you're not getting on that ship. So 2 of my friends were able to go, unfortunately, but that's something I really didn't know until I actually like experienced it and like did it myself. I think I'm on number 3. When you book that cruise, make sure after you book it, like immediately you follow up that confirmation and you call them people. You need to pick up that phone and you need to call them people, because I promise you, you're not getting on that cruise if you don't verify information. You have to verify everything. You have to verify your passport, your name, your address. Like, you have to put a card on file. There's so many things you have to do. And I'm going to piggyback off that. I'm not going to make that another bullet point, but you're going to make a profile when you book your cruise or whatever. And you have to have a card on file. I'm going to rate the cruise like a 6.5 or a 7. Which brings me to my next bullet point. I truthfully don't feel like it is city girl friendly. Cruises are not city girl friendly unless you're going on a specific cruise, like a hip hop cruise or like a college cruise. The demographics of the cruise, and it's even worse for other cruise lines like Royal Caribbean. I can only speak of Carnival. it's either like really old people or people who have children and then the kids. It's very hard to find like that sweet spot to really interact with people on. So like, and when I say sweet spot, I'm talking about if you are the age like 18, honestly, through 25, it's going to be difficult, which is why I would highly encourage, next bullet point, that you go with a large group. I honestly feel like going with 10 plus people and mixed genders, like guys and girls. The bigger, the better. Personally, I feel that way. You guys don't even have to be with each other, but just having like a large group of people that you know would honestly make the trip 10 times better. Another thing, if you haven't booked your cruise yet, one thing I would definitely say is that everything that you're going to do is going to be on this profile. So you can book your excursions through this profile. You can get Wi-Fi through this profile. You don't get free Wi-Fi while you're on the boat. Oh my God. And let me just say this, like, there are a lot of cruises. I'm just put this disclaimer. This is even a bullet point. I'm going to put it on there as disclaimer. Because, like, cruises tend to, like, false advertise in a sense. And what I mean by false advertise, they say everything's included, like, but that really just means, like, your luggage, your room, and food. That's the only thing that's really included, because drinks aren't even really included if you ask me, because you literally, like, it's only lemonade and water that you have access to. Everything else you have to add on. I highly recommend getting one Wi-Fi, a drink package. I would recommend a picture package, and then there are excursions that you can book through the app once you get off the boat, like jet skis, parasailing, like different things depending on what island you're going to. But definitely do all those add-ons. And I'm going to get into the drink package, and I'm actually going to make that my next bullet point. Invest in a drink package. If you're going to be over the age of 21, just get a drink package. Like, I'm going to tell you this now, and it's the most honest I can be with you. Me and my friends, we thought we were going to be slick. We thought we didn't need the drink package. No, you need it. By the time they price their drinks so high to the point where by the time you get 3-4 drinks, you already surpass the amount that you would be paying for a drink package. And drink packages have like up to, I think it's like 15 to 20 drinks that you can get. So I definitely feel like the cruise ship will definitely be more enjoyable if you're lit, because like then you just start doing anything and you're having fun doing anything. If you're sober, you're not gonna like the boat at all. When you get off the boat, you still feel like you're moving. Like, it was even like 2 days after I had gotten off the boat, you just constantly feel like you're rocking. So like, if you don't like that feeling, the cruise might not be for you. And I'm gonna get into that. Let's make that one too. If you are debating going on a cruise, like I said, I don't think it's really city girl friendly. So if you're like a person that likes places like Vegas and Miami, I don't know if a cruise is really right for you. Like, I don't think I'm gonna do another cruise for a really long time. Maybe when I have kids. It's just, I just felt so restricted, in a way, like in a sense, like you're not restricted at all, but I just felt restricted. And yeah, it wasn't for me, but that doesn't mean it's not gonna be for you. If you want something that's really laid back and relaxed, then definitely go on a cruise. Or if you're going with your family, I always see people that go with their family have a lot of fun. So that's one thing I definitely want to mention. And I'm just add this to the list. Research your ship. I would recommend going on like a bigger ship or a party ship like Mardi Gras. My ship was Conquest, and like maybe that's what it is, because I heard the most lit ship is Mardi Gras. However, Mardi Gras ship is not like super new, but it is newer compared to Conquest. And the only reason why I say that is because like I hated the bathrooms. All the bathrooms are like blue unless you have a suite. And it's just, something about that just makes me itch. Like, I don't know. Like, you just peep that itch. Like, I'm a really big bathroom girl. Like, I am the type of person, like, call me weird, but I would, like, hesitate to go to somebody's bathroom, because if I see something that's, like, nasty or dirty, baby, ooh, I'm holding my piss. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I hate dirty bathrooms. And I hate, like, weird-looking bathrooms. It's just, I can't get jicky with it. And the bathroom's blue. Like, the water, oh my God, let's get into the bathroom. Like, I really hope I already said that's a bullet point, because that's a bullet point. There are no plugs in the bathroom. That's a whole different bullet point though. I'm actually gonna speak on that next. But yeah, the bathroom's blue, there are no plugs. It takes a long time for drainage. Like, the water does get hot though. I will say that. The water definitely gets hot. But yeah, I don't know. Room, don't be cheap. Pay the extra $200 and get a balcony room. Do not get an ocean view. Do not get a interior. Spend that extra couple hundred and get you a balcony. And if you're the type of person that's like BYOB or BYOW, yeah, you gonna need that balcony, bookie, for sure. Like bad. But since we already on that topic, you can bring weed onto the ship. Just make sure, please, 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 make sure you do not have it in your carry-on. So that's the next on the list. Like, put everything into your luggage, because I'll go through airport TSA, and then you're gonna go through like a port version, so like a ship version of TSA, and they got dogs walking up and down through them motherfuckers. If that dog come and sit his ass right down in front of your feet, baby, they checking you, they stripping you head to toe. I'm joking, they're not gonna strip you, but they are going to thoroughly check your bags. I'm talking about like anything concealed is getting opened right in front of you. It's kind of wild. It actually happened to me, and they didn't even find anything on me, but even if you got like a scent or a track of weed, yeah, they'll call you canine too. I actually picked up on that word, because they kept calling me canine. I don't know why it smelled like weed. I do know why, but we're not going to get into that. But yeah, like they'll call you canine if you're going to get checked. So be on point. We here now. We here. I'm putting you on game. But needless to say, the next bullet point has to be the myths of TikTok. I don't know how them people on TikTok was able to get them bottles onto that ship. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Let me put you on game real quick. Don't do the whole fuckery thing where like you take a wine bottle, empty it out, and then you put some liquor in it and try to reseal it, baby. We did that. We put like 3 bottles in it works. So you come in, you check your bag in, you check all your bags in, and then they tag your bags and they drop your bags in front of your door. When you get on the ship, you go through safety. Like, I don't know, like you go through this safety thing. You have to learn about like what happens in an emergency, da-da-da-da. After you do that, you go to your room, and by the time you go to your room, your bag should be there. Well, by the time we got to our room, mind you, we got there late. We went and did stuff first. By the time we got there, y'all, my friend's bag was missing for 2 hours, and she was the only person that had the bags with the liquor in it, and they definitely confiscated her bag. We ended up getting her bag a couple hours later. There was a note in it saying it had been searched. They found liquor. We didn't even wait for the liquor. Like, we was ready to go. Like, anyways, but yeah, don't really try that. And then like I didn't seem like the popsicle stick method, but like I just don't even think that's guaranteed, because if you think about it, if you put it in a suitcase and something like compresses against it too much, it's gonna burst open and open all over. It's just not worth all the stress. I just see people use like tampon methods. It's so many like interesting methods. Like, y'all, just get the drink package. And they also sell top shelf liquor on the ship. At least they did on the Conquest ship. So since I'm already talking about drinks, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The only thing good to eat on the ship is Guy's Burger Joint. He did his big one for sure. First Shersky, Guy did his big one. I'm not even going cap. Like, I would compare them burgers to like In-N-Out burgers. Honestly, they could go tit for tat. Like, that's the quality type of burger that they sell. They give you burgers and fries. All the food on the resort, not the resort, the cruise ship is free and it's included. But the food is mid. Aside from Guy's Burger Joint, like, when I tell you we got Burger Joint that whole, you're gonna wait. But they have burgers constantly coming, so it's not that long. But I'm the type of person, like, if I'm eating something like a burger, like, I want it within 5 minutes. But the line do be long. But aside from that, the food is not really that great. One thing that I didn't do that I would recommend that y'all do, maybe y'all can speak on it. they have something called a captain's dinner where like people dress up and like you go, you sit down, you eat. Staff puts on a little performance. We didn't do that. I think we were too drunk or something, or maybe I don't know what we were. We was crossed and we went to sleep, so we didn't go to that. But that's something I would definitely recommend you do, especially if you're the type of person that wants to like have a reason to get dressed. Very, very, very important. Next thing I'm gonna say, explore your ship. Don't lock yourself in the room. Explore your ship, and you know, maybe you'll find people that you'll connect with or like kick it with. Conquest has like 3 clubs on the ship, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not, you know, live or KODs or taboo or anything, but the club does get lit, and the club has sections, and I think it's so funny because like there is no paying for a section when you're on a ship. You really just like show up early and like just claim the spot that you're gonna be. Imagine if clubs work like that, like in like real life. That would be so interesting. But yeah, on my ship the DJ was black, and I'm not gonna lie, he did give us credit, and he said like, cause the club was lit like back to back to back, like on day. But it's definitely fun. I should have said this earlier, but let's just add this to the list too. If you're black, you should not be on a Royal Caribbean cruise. Like it's going like it's really, you're not going to see your kind for real. A lot of black people don't be on Royal Caribbean cruises, like more so Carnival cruises for black people. So I definitely want you to keep that in mind. But if you're the type of person you want to get away from black people, you like, yeah, then definitely do that. You know, whatever floats your boat. This one might be one of the most important things I tell you, and it's going to be like what to pack or what to put in your bag. For starters, the first thing that you need to pack is a power strip. Like, that needs to, honestly, I need to move that up. Like, you need a power strip, guys. Like, I don't know who made the design of the ship. Every room only has one power strip. I mean, one outlet. Not even power strip, one outlet for the whole room. There were 3 of us in the room. And I know that kind of sounds crazy, but like, you either can have 2 twins or a king size bed, which is basically when they put the 2 twin XLs together. But we had them separated, and then there's a couch that turns into a bed. So that was kind of our setup that we had. But y'all, 3 girls trying to get ready, like trying to curl hair, charge phones. It's really a lot. Like, you really gotta like plan it out. So everyone bring their own power strip. I don't know if it's gonna break electricity. Connect the power strip to a power strip, like, cause all you got is that one. Another thing, this is what y'all are gonna do. Y'all need to get a checked bag. So I mean, a carry-on bag. Y'all need to check a carry-on bag, and y'all will thank me later. Absolutely, absolutely. Check a carry-on bag. Everybody put their money together to get a little suitcase, and put your money together to bring it on, because you need to stuff the carry-on with water, juice, and snacks. I think it's like after 11 o'clock, everything closes besides like, no, I think every food place is closed. Like, you gotta think, like, especially if you're smoking, you're probably gonna get the munchies, you're probably gonna want something to snack on, something to eat on, but everything's gonna be closed. So you really need to keep that in mind and make sure you pack a suitcase, a bag, or something of just that. And let me talk about the water, because y'all, like, it's not crazy to pack water, but the water on the boat is nasty. I don't know who needs to hear that, but the water on the boat is nasty. Like, it takes like sink water or something. Like, it doesn't really do it for me. They can drop as many ice cubes as they want, it's still nasty to me. So definitely you will thank me later. But let me get into like a really funny thing that happened. And this is the other thing. When you are booking, please, 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 please make sure that you check a box. I don't know what part it's on, but I definitely know I clicked it. But make sure you check a box that says going to pay services and tips. Because let me tell you something. We had white girls that were part of like a bachelorette party come to our door and knock like, did you guys open your mail? They charged our room like over $1,000, like worth of like tips and charges. And I'm looking at her like, I see the envelope, but I know one thing for certain and two things for sure. They not finna check me. We actually had 3 separate ones because all 3 of us made accounts. Which you will have to do too, especially if everyone wants Wi-Fi. Everyone's gonna have to make an account. Also, another thing that they do, I'm gonna like squeeze this in right by where I'm getting the drink packages. One person in the room cannot get a drink package. I don't know who, like, I'm just gonna throw it out there. One person getting it is not going to work for all of y'all. They're going to give you 1 drink and everyone else has to get it too. So let's say we are in a room together. If I get a drink package, you have to get one too. Like, it's like an automatic thing. Like, it's getting charged to everybody's account type thing. So please keep that in mind before you get one, and keep that in mind if you're planning on getting one, like, for sure. But I say all that to say, they're trying to charge me a lot of money, and my friends, and we marched our asses downstairs just for it to be like a line wrapped around the whole shit. Everybody was complaining about it, but I will say, once you do reach customer service, we ended up just calling them and they just took the charges off. But if you don't, you will pay that and you will be the dummy. But yeah, that's something that they will do. So like, you will get an envelope whether you check the box or not. Like, you have an outstanding balance. But another thing I'm going to add to the list, they have this machine that tells you and shows you all your charges if you can't pull it up on the app. And you can add money from your card to your account. So let's say you're like $16 in debt or something, or in charges. You could add money from your card and you could add like $30, and now you have paid that off and now you have additional money left over. That's something that's really cool, that is on the boat and definitely is accessible. I'm going to say it out of a place of like preference. I wouldn't do a cruise for longer than 4 days. Some people just love cruises, but like I said, if you are in my age bracket from like 19 to 23, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, you need to, like, don't push it too much. Honestly, if you're trying to plan a cruise and it's like everything is going left, go somewhere else, like where you could actually have like the freedom of having as much fun and all these charges aren't snuck up on you, because you're really gonna have to invest a lot into some of these stuff. But with that being said, if you are going to go on a cruise, I wouldn't recommend a cruise for longer than 4 days. After 4 days, retire it. We was ready to get the fuck up off that boat. We went to Bimini, Bahamas, and that's where we had the most fun. That's the only reason why it's a 6.5/7. Like, another thing to keep in mind, I add this to the list too, is that if you are going to do like a island stop, the ship docks at 8 a.m. and you have until 5 p.m. to get back on the boat. And I'm going to emphasize 5 p.m. because if you are not on that damn ship, yeah, baby, you're getting left. And if they leave you, there is no, the ship's going to turn around. No, now you got to fly back to the States and it's coming out of your pocket. And they're very serious about it. Like, I don't care if you're like 2 feet away from the dock, like, sayonara, I see you on the other side type thing. It's really crazy. And they don't play. So make sure you try to be as, diligent with your time while you're on the island as you can. Luckily, we were able to be blessed. Honestly, thanks to me. Yeah, but them Bahamian men, they be on American women like white on rice. So if you cute, they tricking. I'm not even gonna cap. They gonna trick on you if yeah. Another thing, oh my God. See, I told y'all, I'm just gonna keep adding to this list. Another thing that's really important that I really feel like you should do is, one, I highly emphasize docking out of Miami, 1, and 2, fly in the day before. Get a hotel, split between you and like 2 or 1 other person. It's gonna be mad cheap. Get a hotel for 2 days. I would recommend getting a hotel for the day you land, which is gonna be the day before the actual cruise is, and then get one for the day after, because you're probably just gonna want to lay down. Like, I would hate to be on a cruise for days and then get off the cruise and then I gotta go straight to the airport. It's just a lot. And it's just a lot. So just take a moment to like relax, or like do something. Go to the beach, like go to a real club, like just to exhaust, get back into reality, you know, stabilize again, because you're gonna be wobbling for a minute. You can book a flight with the cruise, and the perks to doing that is that when you book with Carnival to fly there, if your flight gets delayed or canceled or anything, they're handling flight changes and they will not like leave. Like, your cruise ship will not take off until your plane lands. But like I said, to avoid all of that, just come in a day early. Explore Miami. Miami's a great place to explore. Like, even if you just want to walk around, Miami's a beautiful place. The weather's always giving, so I definitely would recommend that. Another big thing, get a passport. I don't know if you're watching this and you don't have a passport, but get a passport. One thing I will say is that you do not need a passport. Add that to the list. You do not need a passport to go on a Carnival cruise. However, I definitely need you to know that you need to get one, and it's a lot of perks to having one. Not only do you have your passport, now you can travel all around the world, but another perk that people tend to forget almost is that when you go on a cruise, if you have your passport, there is no waiting. You literally scan it in a machine and you go. And a lot of people don't have their passport but still go on cruises because you just need to have your original birth certificate. I'm going to say one more time. You need to have your original birth certificate if you're going to do that. And you need to have your original birth certificate, but that birth certificate line, baby, to get that stuff verified and who you are verified and stuff, I'm telling y'all, it's like going to take a long time. Like, the line literally like loops around the whole. Avoid that and just get your passport. Like, I literally didn't even have to wait. Like, I literally put my passport down, they looked at me, took my picture, and I kept going. Versus my friends were probably like doing that process for probably like an hour and a half. So save yourself the time, the misery, the annoyingness, and yeah. But I definitely would say experience it. It's definitely an experience that I will cherish, and like, I love that I'm able to speak on it. But these are just some things I wish I would have known before or prior. But with that being said, that's all I wanted to say. I hope you enjoy your cruise. If you haven't gone yet, if you haven't booked yet, I hope this helps you with your planning, your navigation, and when you get on the boat. Yeah. And if nobody told you today, I'm going to tell you that I love you and you're important and you're amazing. And don't let nobody tell you different. Okay? You got no haters. You know what they say. You ain't popping. Mwah. No bars. What you working with? Don't forget to like, comment,